So here we go. I'm Stephen with Working from the Heart. And today's topic is I have to shout to get attention. I'm laughing because, of course, this actually applies to me as well. But so many of us are working or wishing to work on social media, and social media seems to be taking over so much of our world that doesn't it seem like the world has just become a shouting match? That's the way it seems to me sometimes. So we're going to do a short release on the topic using the Sedona method. So just find yourself someplace to be comfortable and just allow yourself to settle. Come to a rest and allow yourself to be. And then notice what comes up with the statement, I have to shout to get attention. Notice what that feels like in the body. Notice also any thoughts, beliefs, stories, images and sounds. And just as best you can you open to that with a little bit of curiosity? It's been here all along, so why not just give it permission? Once again, I have to shout to get attention. Good. Now check for any sense that this is uncomfortable, unwanted, you don't like this, any desire to change this reaction, any desire to control. Just as best you can, welcome that up too. Let that be here. Nice. And then comes the favorite question. Could you let that go? Would you? And when? And if it helps, just visualize yourself opening up inside a little bit. And just allow everything to drop. Right. Now, again, the statement, I have to shout to get things done. When we feel this way, it makes us want to push. It makes us want to well, there's a natural way of expressing ourselves and a natural way of being that gets covered over by the shouting, by the pushing, by the urging, by the desire to control all of this. So again, by letting go of the feelings that come up around this phrase, we have a chance to allow the natural expression to come forth. So let's start again. I have to push. I have to shout. I have to grab attention. Notice how that feels. Check for any sense of constriction in the body, any reaction there. And notice any thoughts that come up, any stories and beliefs. Another way of doing this is, how do you feel about yourself when you believe this to be true? Let that be here. And let that feel as true as it seems to feel. Then check. Is any of this actually you? Or is it possible that you are that which is aware of sensations in the body? You are that which is aware of thoughts. And notice also, can you control these thoughts? Or do thoughts simply arise and fall? Can you control sensations in the body, or does the body simply react as the body reacts? Is any of this actually you, or are you that which is aware? And notice how that shift feels. Notice how it feels to rest in that awareness that you are. And now, see if you can notice also a natural sense of ease, comfort, maybe even joy, which is also present, and especially noticeable at the heart of awareness. And so could you welcome up, or at least turn towards and acknowledge that feeling of, those feelings of ease, confidence, courage, which are really the qualities of the heart here. And if that isn't quite available to you, that's okay. You can go back and listen to this again and see what happens. But let's go back one more time and see what we can loosen up here. Again, I have to shout to get attention. This is how it feels communicating on social media, but this is also how it might feel in the workplace or in your community. I have to shout to get attention, and notice the reaction. And now, let's see if we can find the opposite of that. The reaction to this is, I want to hide. I just want to shut the door. Because I think this is probably the other reaction, which is this desire to isolate, turn off the world. So notice if that comes up. And could you welcome up this feeling of, I just want to make the world go away. The shouting, pushing, ugly world. And here come the questions. Could you let that go? Would you let that go? When? Take a breath, allow things to settle, and just check in to see where you are. Within each of us, there is a natural presence, a natural... The way that we show up as but for each other. There's a natural way of being which is just attractive all of its own. It doesn't require any pushing, any shouting, any elbowing others. Hopefully, you may feel a little bit more in tune with that natural ability just to connect with others. And again, you can always go back to this video and watch it again, and each time you do, you'll gain a little bit more freedom, openness. Well, that's it for today. In the month of August, I'll be offering each day a release of this nature on the topic of work, working from the heart. And it's all about really just gearing up to, well, to get back to work in September. Thank you. See you tomorrow.